welcome to another episode of our FM19 Journeyman, where today we have two more games in charge of Aston Villa in the Championship. So, two away games today. First up, Bristol City, who are in 18th, followed by Fulham, up in 7th, pushing for the playoffs. So, one game, in theory, should be reasonably simple. The other one, a bit more difficult. So, we're going with the 4-4-2. I think it's an unchanged side. We're just going to get stuck straight in. It's a strong team. And, well, despite recent form being a little bit mixed, we've had a couple of defeats thrown in there, I still think this team does have what it takes. So, let's submit. Let's get stuck in and hopefully we can just get back to, you know, win after win after win after win today. So, they come out with a 4-3-3. It's a strong formation, but I do think we can break this down. We just need to make sure we just stick to the game plan, really. So, let's get aggressive. Say it's a great opportunity to show the pundits they're right. And a lot of players did like that. I think that's 7 good reactions. Let's kick off. Get underway. We need goals. We just need to keep putting the ball in the net and then things will come. Well, they've got a throw in. It's deep in their own half, but we do need to win the ball. And Richard seems to do so, but his cross is blocked. And they're now back on the ball. Being quite fortunate there that it did fall to them. But, well, they're going to try and use that fortune to their favour. The pressure's doing well, it's doing a decent job, and Richards goes up to win that header, but they do clear forward. We clear again, but once again they just get the ball back. We can't get on the second ball, and Cordova strikes and puts them 1-0 up early into the game. That's not a good sign, really. We were just a bit weak on the clearances, to be honest. We cleared a couple of times, but both times it just fell to them. You can see one there, it just goes straight to Styles, and then they managed to cut in just behind our left back very easily and put the ball into basically such a wide target with that net because he just had so much space. So, puts us 1-0 down, but the game isn't over and we can bounce back as we've got a free kick. Jastrzemski's going to flick it in. Can we get on the end of it? No. And, well, we're now pushing to get back on this ball. Richards is on it. Let's just try and create a good, solid chance and, well, take advantage of it, to be honest. As Richards plays forward, Haryanto can't get there, and they're back on the ball once again. We just can't keep possession. We're struggling to string passes together. And they're going to push forward. Now, can we win this ball? Philip heads down to Vidasa. Back to Philip. Back to Vidasa. We're working it okay here. We're not giving it up. We tried to play it forward. And here we go. Bayliss on the ball. He's in the box. He strikes wide. Oh, if that had just gone on target, I think it would have been a really good opportunity. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be. They've got a free kick. Edge of our area. Bailey strikes, but it blocks off the wall. They do get the ball back. But if we can win it, maybe no. We can't get the counter-attack. And they are going to keep the pressure on as they flick over to the right wing. Bailey on it once again. Goes for the cross. Gabriel heads clear. They get it on the edge of the box. And McCann just fires over the bar. It was a good effort from there, though. They've got another free kick. This time in their own half. They look to play forward. And so far, it's been all them. We're higher up in the table, but they're absolutely running the show, to be honest. We go to ground. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but it just hits off of Vidanovic and goes into the goal. Glenn Gorn putting them 2-0 up, and, well, this is bad. This is really not good. We've hit a dodgy patch of form, it's safe to say, and we need to turn it around now. I mean, I don't know what he was doing going to ground, and then there was just no save. It just hit him and just went in. It's really not a good sign, but maybe we need a bit of an early change. Because we're 2-0 down, let's go from balanced and try and be more attacking, try and create some more chances, and just get stuck into it. Still 2-0 down at half-time. We need to turn it around now. Let's get aggressive and say your pride is at stake, you're letting yourselves down. They look motivated and fired up, at least as a majority. Let's get back out there and hopefully have a better performance in the second half. We're a better team than this, and I hope we can show it. So we are changing up to the wide system. 3 substitutions coming in. Bayliss, Jastrzemski and Benon come off. And P2, Collins and Cheltsov are coming on. I'm just going to try and change it because we're creating nothing so far. It's still 2-0 down, an hour in. 78 minutes in and we're just not seeing anything. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go, let's play more extremely direct. Let's play much higher tempo. I don't want short passing or anything like that. Let's just go for it. Shoot on sight. Let's hit early crosses. What else can we do? More expressive? No, I don't mind about that. In transition, I don't want to... Let's distribute over opposition defence. Take long kicks. There we go. Let's just go with that and see if we can find anything in these last 10 minutes. Well, we're into the end of the game, really, and it's just a disappointing 2-0 defeat. It's really bad. Really bad. We just sort of fell over at the only 2 chances they really had, and didn't do much else. We barely created anything. That's poor. That is really poor. And for our next game, we do lose Donny Haryanto. He's out on international duty. For our next 2 games, actually, that's not good. But let's go back into this game against Fulham and hopefully have a better performance and bounce back. So here we are, game number 2, and a youth player is getting his debut. Carl McGee is starting today. Obviously, as I mentioned, Haryanto is out on international duty and he actually misses the next 2 games after this one too. Which is a joke, to be honest, but we also have the problem of John Foster, I will stop calling him Ben Foster eventually, being injured for a day. So, well, he's got a cold. It's not really an injury, is it? It's more of a sickness, but he can't play. That's the point. So, rather than switch to the 4-3-3, I'm going to stick with this and just give McGee a shot. Let's see what he can do. Let's give him his debut, because to be honest, looks like a decent little young player, valued at 300k at 16 years old. Not bad at all. Has so much room to grow. Let's see what he can do. Let's give him a chance in the first team. Let's throw him out there. Throw him straight to the Wolves against a relatively strong Fulham side and see what he can do. A couple of notable players in their team, actually. Joe Willock and Mason Mount, both making an appearance. So, well, they're going to be quite old by this point in the game, so they may struggle for things like fitness, pace, but... well, let's get aggressive and say we owe Fulham after what happened in the last match. A few of them did like it, which isn't too bad. It was, what, 7 good reactions? Can't fault it. So, bad luck has to end somewhere. I'm delighted for Mikel Bayliss making his 125th appearance for the club. That's quite the tally. Well, we've got a throw-in. Oh, they've got a throw-in, sorry. I don't know why I thought that was us, but we're trying to put the pressure on and win this ball back, but so far it's all them. Benon tries to head on, but only finds their player. Jonathan cuts back to Willock, strikes from a long way out, but it just flies over the bar. No real danger from that, and if that's the kind of shots we limit them to, I'm fairly optimistic. They've got a goal kick. Costa pumps up. Costa, it could be Diego, Douglas. They could have had position changes and be playing in net at 50 years old. But they're the ones on the ball. We didn't manage to claim it. And they're working it quite nicely. We need to get it back, and we need it back soon. But they are running forward. Willock on it, just next to the goal. But, well, Vidanovic saves, and Philip puts out for a corner. We dealt with the danger, but not in a necessarily clean way, as we do get rid of the corner too. They get back on the ball. We need to shut these chances out a little bit better than we are doing. We're just sort of giving them too many opportunities. They're not necessarily good opportunities, but there's too many of them. We've got a corner. Toma flicks into the box. They head clear easily, but Bayliss gets on the ball, goes for the cross. They clear easily again, but Jastrzemski outside the box went for a long-range effort, but flew over the bar, and again, we're limiting their chances to being relatively poor ones, but they're doing the same to us. They've got a corner of their own. Mount's going to flick into the box. Can we claim? We can. Vidanovic doing excellently, catching well. Confidence there from the keeper, coming out to claim it. It's what I want to see as he rolls out to Philip, and we're going to try and create a chance of our own here, and we just need to find a way to get the ball forward, get the ball to our attackers. Often a problem with a 4-4-2 system, that link between your midfield and attack, and we see there the ball going a bit awry as they lump forward. Can we get on the end of this? Philip nods down. Toma does manage to retain it, and well, we could have an opportunity here. We're working it nicely. We've not seen much of McGee yet in this game, or anything at all, really, as Benon comes down the right-hand side. Can he find a cross? He goes for it! McGee! Oh, he's offside! Carl McGee nearly had a debut goal for us, putting us 1-0 up, but it was disallowed for offside, just as we said he hadn't done a lot. I thought he was going to bag a goal, but, well, they take a throw-in, but we need the ball. Jastrzemski to McGee, slides forward to Bayliss. Can we create an opportunity? Toma, Doyle Hayes from outside the area, but it just slips wide. It's a goal kick. I think we do need to limit how many shots we take from outside the box. Half-time, and it's 0-0. It's not a bad game so far. Both teams sort of having a lot of opportunities, but not necessarily good opportunities. Not doing very well with them. So, let's go into half-time. Aggressively say we owe Fulham. A few of them liked it. I'd have liked a bit more than that, I'm not going to lie. But I'm also going to go into the tactics, and when we're in possession, I want to work the ball into the box. I want to try and create better chances rather than just taking everything we can get. Let's wait until the opportunity is right. Well, we've got a goal kick. Vidanovic is going to take, knocks across to Gabriel. If we can create a chance here, I really think we can score like relatively easily. We just need to create some good opportunities. Whereas in the first half, we were just throwing the ball towards the goal, and we're struggling to work out here. Richards tries to play forward, but it just falls to them, and we do end up giving the ball away. They were putting the pressure on, and the passes just weren't going where we needed them to. As Willock knocks across to Stoparovic, he puts across, and they score one of the easiest goals they're ever going to get. Vidanovic just needed to throw himself at that, to be honest. He just needed to pounce on the ball while it was in the path, and he just didn't, and we go 1-0 down yet again. This is not good. Early into the second half, so there is still time to play. But when this ball goes across here, I'd have liked to see Verdanovic just throw himself at it, put your body in the way, and stop it going into the net, and he just doesn't. It's like kind of an easy goal for them. Well, they've got a free kick, edge of our area. They strike just over. We need to see chances in our favour, not theirs. They've got a corner. Once again, it's one in their favour. Mount puts it in, and they score relatively easily. He was pretty unmarked. And it's bad. It's 2-0 down again. We're in a rough patch of form here. Only one win in our last 4 games, and it's... we need to turn it around. We started off really strongly, and we were just winning for fun. And recently, it's just gone downhill. Well, we've got a throw-in in their half. There's about 15 minutes left to play. We try to get the ball. Bayliss gets it out on the wing. Slides in Toma, who's in the box. Flicks across. Yastrzemski goes for it with his head. Knocks across. McGee scores. Carl McGee scoring on his debut. It's back to 2-1. Wonderful stuff there by Yastrzemski to just slide it across to the open man rather than trying to fire it in himself. And it was a well-worked chance, to be honest. Toma got so much space. Flicks into Yastrzemski on the back post. The header wasn't bad. Literally pounces on it. He knew that wasn't strong enough to go in. Hoped for a rebound. Got it. Slides across to McGee. And it's an easy finish there. Now, there's only 1 goal in it, so let's go at them. Let's go all out. Go off of balanced. Go to attacking and see if we can snatch an equaliser. Well, there is a highlight here, but it's them on the ball. Banon giving it away a bit cheaply as they lump forward. Mount sprinting forward with it. We go for a tackle, but can't keep it out. Mount hits the post. Gabriel gets clear. Barely keep... I don't know how he hit the post there. That should have been an easy opportunity for a goal, but it doesn't look like it's going to make a difference as time flies by. And, well, we're over the added time. They head away. And it's going to be a 2-1 defeat. At least we did bag a goal in the end, but it wasn't a good game. It wasn't a good performance at all. It's getting frustrating that we started so well, but then we just can't keep it going. But coming up, Huddersfield and Sunderland might be some more winnable games, but we're slipping further away from these upper spots and slipping closer to these lower ones. If QPR win their game, we'll only be 5 points clear of relegation after we put such a big gap between us and it. That's not really a position I wanted to be in. So we do have the January transfer window coming up, and hopefully we can bring some players in there to try and strengthen and just try and make sure we can get back to where we were, to be honest. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. The next one will be up at 5:30 tomorrow, or you can subscribe to get that into your feed, whichever you prefer. Follow the Twitter, join the Discord, and I hope you all have a great night. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye.